Most people think loneliness is being alone, but this book made me realize something terrifying. You can have conversations, notifications, social media, work, people around you, and still feel emotionally empty. And honestly, that is exactly what Parts of Living by Sindhura Ma'am explores so beautifully. This is not a loud book. It's not full of twists or overdramatic moments. Instead, it quietly enters your mind, and somewhere between the conversations, emotional breakdowns, silence, healing, trauma, relationships, and reflection on life, this book slowly starts feeling personal. What I loved most about this story is how real it feels. The characters do not behave like fictional perfect people. They feel emotionally exhausted, confused, vulnerable, lonely, and flawed human. And that emotional honesty is the biggest strength of this book. The story explores so many important themes like modern loneliness, mental health, emotional burnout, marriage pressure, family expectations, relationships, trauma, emotional dependency, healing, self awareness, and the silent emotional chaos people carry every day. But what impressed me was how maturely these topics were handled. The author never tries to preach. The book simply observes people honestly. And because of that, many conversations felt like therapy sessions discussed as fiction. There were moments where I literally stopped reading just to think, especially the discussion around human nature, emotional responsibility, freedom, morality, healing, and the fear of ending up emotionally disconnected from life itself. And honestly, some parts of this book felt emotionally relatable. The book perfectly captures what modern adulthood feels like. You wake up, scroll endlessly, work, overthink, feel tired without understanding why. Try distracting yourself, try healing, try surviving emotionally. And honestly, you start feeling disconnected from yourself, and this novel understands that feeling deeply. Another thing I absolutely loved was the atmosphere of the book. The rain, the cafes, the roads, the silence, late night conversations, bookstores, retreat chapters, natures, slow morning. Everything feels calm on the surface but emotionally heavy underneath. And the retreat sections. Honestly, those chapters become one of my favorite parts to the entire book. Because of so much emotional chaos, the story suddenly becomes quiet. And it beautifully reminds us that healing is not always dramatic. Sometimes healing simply begins when life finally becomes silent enough for us to hear ourselves again. I also appreciated how balanced the writing felt. This book never blindly judged people. Instead, it tries to understand why people make emotional mistakes, why loneliness changes people, why relationships become complicated, why healing takes time, and that emotional maturity made the story feels even more realistic. You can genuinely feel the amount of thought, observation, emotional intelligence, and hard work Sindhura ma'am poured into this book. Even chapter feels carefully written. Even conversation feels meaningful. Every emotional moment feels observed rather than exaggerated. And honestly, that's rare. Now, I will say this clearly. If you want a fast paced thriller with constant twists, this might not be your type of book. But if you enjoy introspective stories, psychological realism, deep conversations, emotionally layered characters, and books that quietly stay in your mind after finishing that, the part of living is absolutely worth reading. This book does not scream, it's emotional. It whispers them, and somehow that's make it hit even harder. Overall, Parts of Living felt less like reading fiction and more like understanding emotionally exhausted people. Go and grab this book, Parts of Living by Sindhura Chamala. Thank you.